Hey, Carlo Larue. I hope I pronounced that properly. I'm just going to respond to this quickly because I've got several things I have to do today. Uh, Asking a question about the idea is floating around about Canada having or borrowing nuclear weapons as a deterrent. How serious a deterrent would that really be? I take into consideration factors such as the two or three potential threats to us right now. Who own hundreds of those, and Canada is well known to not be run by crazies, not be trigger happy. So it was likely we would not dare to target, say, New York with them, or even if anything gets bad. So would they be a useful bluff, or would they be a way too easy to call a bluff on? Notwithstanding the very strong possibility that Canada suddenly acquiring some of these would be used as pretext for those who want to discourage, who are run by crazies, to be even more aggressive. My thought is this: we are now living in an age where we cannot accept that the United States is operating from a rational capacity. Any tool in our toolbox that we can acquire, which can allow Canada to maintain its sovereignty, is vital. When we live in a world where Sweden, Germany, as well as France and United Kingdom and several other countries are looking at nuclear deterrence, this is also something that Canada must, frankly, rationally consider in order to ensure our future in advance. We cannot predict what is going to happen. We can only build the best we can with what we've got and try to hold to our principles. That means occasionally ensuring that you're the quiet guy at the table who's got a really big friend standing out back who's willing to thump anybody who tries to cause you any problems. I don't see us as using nuclear weapons in any meaningful capacity. However, having them, if we look at our history, and as a historian I do that, all I can see is that the history of any power that has nuclear weapons and has maintained them does not get invaded by invaders. Anybody who has given up nuclear deterrence, like Ukraine, has been invaded by nuclear-powered invaders. I think it is in our best interest to ensure that we've got all the tools in our arsenal to keep Canada safe. For us, nuclear technology is not a major technological hurdle. I'm confident that within 1 year we could probably build our own maple bomb if we wanted to go that route. Until that point, there are dirty bomb options, but we certainly do need a strategic deterrence to avoid other countries from treading on us. And I will cite the United States clearly and directly here. They have actually intimated that they want to take us over. That is not something that I will ever allow to happen. I don't think that's anything that the government wants to happen. So that means we need all the tools in our arsenal. Now, looking at this war in the Gulf, I would also say, as a final point, the massive buildup that we're doing with our subs are good and important and necessary developments. I'm not convinced that given the speed of events that are unfolding as we speak, they will be there in time for us to rely on them as deterrents. So we do need other options in order to ensure our own survival. I hope that answers your question. Please, thank you by the way, very much for actually paying attention to anything that I say, because I find I'm like back in as a high school teacher during the COVID problem, rambling off into the ether and not knowing if anybody's out there, like a 3 a.m. DJ on an AM radio station. But anyways, you take care and look to your friends and family and everything, and talk this through with whoever you've got. Only together are we ever going to get through this bloody mess. But at least we got each other. So have a good day. Bye. Hugh of Borg out.